how to become a better person, how to make something new for yourself, how to make essence come alive, how to make everything alright for yourself. Everything in material existence is meant to be. So live it out. Live out. Be the ultimate version of creation. Be yourself. Find a way to yourself. Find something golden. Find something dark. Find something passionate. Or find something peaceful. Golden light is peaceful. But yet darkness represents your inner passion. A lot of people don't know this, and a lot of people misinterpret yin and yang to represent good and evil. No, light is golden. Light is peaceful. Light is bliss. But yet darkness is passion, is the shadow form. And people want you to believe that your own passion, your own darkness is evil. But yet that's just going to make your darkness come out way more. People misinterpret spiritual belief like that. And it's very hard on someone who has people around them who misinterpret spiritual ideology to only represent life and only represent half of eternity, half of yourself, half of immortality, half of eternal existence, and half of existence itself. No, shadow form is the passionate, creative bliss of yourself. Light is the bliss of yourself. Shadow and yang and darkness is your creativity. There's always a dark side to yourself, and you can never cast it away. Why do people want to cast it away in the first place? People don't know. But it's all based off of misinterpretation and people who follow the light a little too much without introspection or without understanding the own doctrines, spiritual enactment, without fully personalizing within it. Because there's a time where you have to understand yourself, and it all comes together with deconstruction of your personal self. Deconstruction of what you think is good, or deconstruction of yourself. And those are the things that are good about yourself. Learn to deconstruct yourself. Because if you think all is light, it's psychologically speaking, you tend to shut yourself off, or you tend to be judgmental, or it's just psychologically speaking, pure light's never really good for you. It's only 50% of something. And here's the thing about deconstructing your mind, is that it deconstructs your essence, or your brain matter, into understanding something within you. And once you actually deconstruct it, then you can actually libertize yourself. You can become what you are. You can become free and liberty yourself. Free yourself. Free yourself from other people's ideology. What makes you, you? And once you deconstruct yourself, you find out what really is yourself, what is inside of you, what is growing, and what will always be. But people don't realize this. They go off of misinterpretations found in like basic spiritual New Age books, New Age stuff, and it's misinterpretation at best. But you should always find a way to deconstruct yourself and find yourself, because it'll deconstruct you to your very core, and you will be able to understand things for yourself. That misinterpretation, and that is what it is at best, and also kind of vile at worst, is because you don't know. Personally, people just don't really want to know all that. Some people shut themselves off from their shadow. Some people just don't want to see it. But in the end, it's always going to be there, and it's always going to get worse the more you avoid it. So, find a way to depersonalize, get on the soul essence of your very being. Go forward and be a better person, because really deconstruction like that and finding the very essence of yourself is to find the better part of yourself and make you realize, if you're a bully, it'll help you realize you're the bully. If you like targeting people, then you like targeting people. It'll help you realize what your personal issues with yourself is and what your issues are, how you treat other people as much as you treat yourself. And that is what it really is. And you'll realize that once you depersonalize, get on a personal level with your very soul, you will realize those certain kickers and those certain things, and you will learn different. You'll learn to get past it. Something will teach you that no, don't be this way in life, or no, just learn different things. Deconstruction of your personal self is a very, very personal issue. And it's actually a very good thing, because you can deconstruct social climate that you are used to, social behavior that you are used to, and it'll tell you it's like following these social behaviors is not following yourself. It's making you destabilize in a way, and it's helping you grasp yourself. It's helping you grasp what makes you good. It grasps, before you can do anything magical, or you have to get to your essence in order to become a way in life. It'll teach you social mores, social behaviors you picked up on, how all of that is wrong. It'll teach you that. Deconstruction to your base elements as a person, where you reconfigure your mind, you deconstruct your ego. Your ego no longer matters. How popular you are, how much swag you are, doesn't matter. But just learn how to deconstruct for yourself. Learn to deconstruct what makes you bad. Deconstruct your very soul, and you will realize that who you are as a person and who you are as an eternal being living in just a human experience. Living. Only experience. Misinterpretation thing, it's only spewed by people that will never really understand themselves. And some people do go through that. Some people do deconstruct their morale. People do deconstruct their personality. And that's a way to prepare for the higher realms of existence and the lower underworld as well. As well as some Luciferian ideology, preparing the mind for a different understanding like that, like Luciferian, pagan, the crossroads, the underworld, Hades, all that type of stuff. And the only reason why people misinterpret that as a bad thing is because either two things. Either they fail to see themselves, they completely fail to see themselves. And two, they fail to understand that kind of lifestyle, that kind of way of life. And three, they only follow, like, the hippie agenda, the whole hippie new age, theosophical society type of stuff, and they never really get down to deconstructing their mind and getting their mind prepared for the very stuff that they read. They're scared. They're scared of their shadow. They're scared of evil. They're scared of an imaginary devil. They're scared of all that, and so they'll never be able to deconstruct their mind. But I just want to get on with that and get on with the deconstruction. What deconstruction is on a personal level can be argued and argued and argued, but it is just finding your own personal self. It is getting away from all the societal bullshit. What is taboo? If you think anything is taboo, then you're following some sort of social norm. And that is always a problem. If you have a problem with black people, or if you have a problem with white people, or if you're a bully and you can't stand the underdog, the loner, you know, if you deconstruct your mind, you'll realize that all of it is just an impression left upon your mind and stuff like that. And you will realize if you're a bully, or you'll realize if there is something wrong with you mentally, getting all the mental weirdness out of you, getting the mental illness out of you. What makes you mentally ill, you'll start beginning to understand. What makes you bright, yet misunderstood. What makes you misunderstood will come to light. What makes you smart will come to light. Everything, it's just deconstruction of your own personal self, your personal will, and becoming one with essence in a way to prepare you for a higher understanding, a more spiritual understanding, being able to understand spiritual numerology, astrology, magic, witchcraft, anything that the normal person doesn't really care for or misunderstand or anything like that. It will come to light, and you will understand also your ego in a certain way. If you have a mentality, you know, if you have the good guy badge mentality, if you want to be a hero, or the hero mentality, it'll deconstruct that. Honestly, there will be a while where there's nothing left of you. Some people have to reprogram their very being. They have to reprogram language back into themselves. Sometimes they have to, as part of a deconstruction or reprogramming purpose, they have to get to the very purpose of words. They will question words, why the words, how words work, how social climate works, you know? Like, you're lame if you do this, or you're lame if you do that. That's the type of fake stuff you get past when you deconstruct yourself. So I'm sorry if this is more rambling than, you know, pre-thought, but yeah, that's what basically, what it is in essence, before you get down to the very verbs, and understanding language and how you speak differently, and how you understand people's souls differently. But I want to end the video with this. There really are people that misinterpret deconstruction of yourself. Either they're the people that are scared of darkness, or they're just scared of themselves, or they don't want other people to know. They don't want. There are really people like that really will stop someone from understanding something. A spiritual way of life. They'll stop it, and they don't care. They don't care. And in the end, they will have to face themselves. And when people misinterpret deconstruction of your base values, when people call that bad and misinterpret, there's a reason why they misinterpret. There's something they're avoiding. There is something in their past. There was a certain way of life. There was a certain type of magic, you know, like even if they're black magicians, you know, and there really are people that avoid that type of stuff. And there really are. There really are. And all they are people that are just misinterpreting themselves. If they want to misinterpret stuff like deconstruction, they can. It's part of that mental illness thing that I was talking about. When you deconstruct, you see mental illnesses more and more. I've seen people that are scared to deconstruct their mind because they think it's evil in some way. And they have mental issues. They will think a picture of a black rose is evil. There's something mental there. There's something mental about certain types of people, and I'm starting to understand.